can see, I can spin the camera around. But it has a lot of the trimmings of you're playing something inspired by Fallout. I'm way past here. Okay. And you have the action points, and it's, you know, it's turn-based combat. Let's see here. I think I'm just supposed to leave. Oh, I haven't searched all this stuff? Let's take all this. Locked. Let's see if we can scan this car. No. Alright, let's see. I just want to make sure I don't
You're a cold man, Ulf.
leave anything out.
Hey, did you see that storm? Hell, you want me to go back out there?
Those are the rules, Todd. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry.
Damn it. Well, I guess I'm going back to Campbell then.
Take all. Yeah, it looks like if, like, Wasteland and maybe Disco Elysium had a kid in terms of graphics. That's locked. Okay, let's get out of here. And then I guess if you're real crazy, you can zoom in on them. But it's like if I want to, I can kind of zoom in for the conversations, but why would I do that? So this whole area has just been the tutorial. An orange crawler tractor truck is waiting at gate 3. The vehicle's number has been scuffed off by the desert wind and sand. This must be the transport Kingsley spoke of. Let's go. Let's get out of here. The driver's side door is half open. A young woman is sitting sideways in the driver's seat, legs hanging out. Again, you're going to have to accept my apologies for my reading. I did indulge a little bit today. If you watch the channel, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Hello?
So, world's a little bit foggy. She offers her hand. Hi, I'm Clara. I'm going to call her Claire Morgan. And you're the novice going to Nashville, right? What's your name? How do you feel? Do you mind if I smoke in the car? Listen, if you're smoking, I'm smoking. And I got a feeling it's going to be 2 different plants. Her handshake is surprisingly firm. Claire smells of soap, some fragrance, and slightly of gasolina. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to introduce myself. So this is the woman who's going to take us out of the tutorial. I spent 2 hours going through this area to get to this woman. She smiles. Glad to meet you too. How do you like the load capsule? And let me see what this is. You get a little bit more information sometimes. The city of Crystal Sands, standing at the foot of the dome, and the Spire Station are connected by the line of the passenger and freight. What is that? Funicular? I have no idea what that word is. Okay, I've got nuts. You want some? Or candy? Oh, I've got chocolate-covered fruit. Try some. Did you know canned fruit are dried, then boiled in syrup? That I didn't need to know. Planescape Torment is another great game, but that game will depress you if you're not ready for it. That'll have you thinking about your life and death and loved ones, and it's a cool game because you take a notepad out and you take notes. They'll tell you, you know, so-and-so is in coffin 374. So you're taking notes on coffins. You're writing down numbers. Planescape Torment, the writing is brilliant. In your life, you should play that. You should play Baldur's Gate. I'm talking about games we haven't talked about. I think also Tyranny, which is another depressing game, because they don't tell you can save these people or not. The options are somebody has to die. Which group is it going to be? Okay, you climb into the cabin and plunk yourself down on the passenger seat. The truck seems bigger on the inside. A wooden rosary is hanging from the driver's mirror. The radio murmurs quietly. I think we're just gonna lean back and relax. The other cool thing about this game, yeah, Baldur's Gate feels very clunky. There is a mod where you can increase the frame rate, but I think that increases everything or something. But you just have to get into the story and the music, and then you'll start liking it. Yeah, and then obviously, a game that everybody should play. I sing its praises to the hills as much as I can. It was my game of the year. It's probably the second best video game I've ever played. My second favorite, probably. Disco Elysium. For people who have not played this, and when you play it, make sure the first thing you do is you go into options and you turn off the narration who's always on and turn it to classic narration, so the characters only give you like the first line and then you read the rest, because that's part of the whole meditation and the therapy and the fun of the game. But everybody should play Disco Elysium, even non-gamers. Like if you have parents or something and they're not gamers, some of them would still like Disco Elysium. It's that good. Let me read what Comrade said. Yeah, one of the things about me is I enjoy playing games in genres that I don't think I will like, Comrade. So yeah, a lot of people wouldn't appreciate those games, but if you never played Divinity Original Sin 2, I'm sorry you missed out. You don't like CRPGs, you don't like isometric viewpoints, you missed out on great lore and not only a great single player game, but probably one of the best co-op games you could play. No, Disco Elysium doesn't push any certain political agenda. You hear from every side and you can pick for yourself if you want to participate in one agenda or another one, or completely stay out of it. If you wanted to, you could completely ignore the politics. I am trying not to spoil too much for you. Okay. So I'm playing Divinity Original Sin 2 also right now with my girlfriend. And the trick to it is she's not going to like the game until you get into the combat. Once she sees the combat loop and starts to realize all the stuff you can do with the elements, and you can burn the ground and you can freeze people, and she starts to come along a little bit on the lore, then she's going to be into it. Otherwise, you're going to play it by yourself. It's going to be one of the greatest gaming experiences of your life, and when you bring it up with her, she's going to look at you side-eyed. Okay, anyway, let's lean back in the chair. Now I'm like one of these other streamers. Clara slams the door. Are we going then? Should probably go now. The roads are bad. Very little asphalt. Dirty tracks mostly. It's like when I go across the state line, apparently. You know exactly when you cross over in the next state because the roads aren't paved. I don't know what they're doing with the tax money. Anyway, God willing, we'll get there before the storm hits. Mind if I turn the radio up a bit? Do you like music, blues, gospel? I, for instance, like, now I'm going to cut her off because I'm just trying to relax. I've just gone through 2 hours of training. I'm trying to get out of here, and she's giving me an air beating. You can't make out exactly what Clara likes. The roar of the engine smothers the rest of her sentence, and the truck lurches into motion. Here we go. We're going to start this game now. This looks very Fallout 1 to me. This game on sale right now on Steam, right now, for $4.99. This is usually a $30 game. So if you're looking for something to spend some time with, this might be what you want to do.
The highway leading to C-12 Nashville is blocked by an anomalous storm, and you're forced to detour over a mountain pass. Soon, the radiator boils over, and you have to stop.
I will say, though, in Disco Elysium, I basically got involved with the politics and just followed my own real life political agenda of like populism and socialism and trying to help everybody out. But man, that game's great. Anyway, okay, the guy just read this.
Clara lifts up the hood and thoroughly examines the steaming radiator.
The sad thing is, I've still never played Grim Fandango. I played some other games like Psychonauts and other things from that studio. Pretty sure it's the same studio, Double Fine. I want to play Grim Fandango. I've heard that it's great. I like Sugar Skulls. I guess that means I'm the target demo and just haven't got around to it.
The engine's boiling, so we'll have to wait. You do know what happens when a car boils, right? It's...
The Blue shuts her mouth abruptly and stares anxiously at the dark funnel cloud dancing on the horizon. Now that you're on higher ground, it's clear that the storm has overtaken a fairly large section of road.
So,
It'll be difficult to pass.
So let me explain. The reason that he just referred to her as the Blue, basically in this society, you are either like a blue, black, white, silver, or red. And depending on which color, I guess, jumpsuit or whatever you wear, that determines not so much your class, but your role in society. Whites are medics. The black ones, those are like the missionaries. The blue ones, I think those are cops. Orange are prisoners, and then the silvers are basically like the politicians that run society. So you kind of have different interactions based on which class you pick and who you're talking to.
The Blue looks at the engine again.
We wait. As soon as it cools down, we'll go.
Actually,
This
blues might be
storm worries me
mechanics.
more, but it's not an insurmountable problem. I heard there are some relics at the local gas station that protect against anomalies. You could even accidentally step on one out here, they say. Mysterious are the ways of the Lord.
Morgan thinks for a moment.
It's a combination cafe gas station called Roadside Picnic. Never been there myself, but there's something off about it. There are several anomalies around there and weird relics. Supposedly, machines and structures decay much faster than they should in that area. But maybe that's just a story.
That's another thing I've noticed in a lot of RPGs, that there seems to be some mysterious unknown force to the humans about why metal is deteriorating in the mines, or I've seen this in so many games. It's always cool because it leads you in a different place in every game, but okay, let's save right here just to be safe. And just to be real safe, I'm actually going to do a hard save. Probably should have named that something else. I think we're just off now. I think this officially has just set us off into the world. She said there was a gas station ahead. Okay, this looks like the gas station. Zach's not the, completely forgot how to sneak in this game. Just give me a second here. You can kind of see, it's basically Fallout stuff you're looking at, type stuff. Combat. Not looking for any of this. I must have gone past it. I hate looking at menus that go up and down like this. Even though that was the version of Windows that I liked the most. Vision gonna skip. Take cover is V. Stealth mode is H. Yeah, I don't know if they have like a Portuguese translation for this. This is kind of cool though. This is what I was hoping, that they just left me out in the world. You get points for scanning certain things, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, got some money and some scissors. Yeah, I think it's good too to support the CRPGs because there are some good ones. That just looks like a regular guy, so I'm just gonna walk in and be like, hey.
Who the hell goes there? Come on in, since you're already here.
A weird, scruffy old man with a matted beard is sitting in front of the checkout terminal.
Okay.
The badge on his blue jumpsuit is long since bleached away. The name Aaron Melville is written there in black marker.
I'm gonna put it in chat for you. Also, it'll probably show up in chat before I even say I'm gonna put it in chat for you because of the delay.
With a groan, he picks up a magnifying glass and, peering through it, begins poking at the keyboard with one knobby finger. The computer plays a short tune. Checkmate, the system declares. The old man angrily sets the magnifying glass aside.
A Grandmaster? You're a piece of junk, not a Grandmaster. And a cheater to boot.
He raises his head to squint in your direction.
Eh? What do you want? I don't advise eating here, and there's nothing to buy. And either way, we're closed.
The shopkeeper rises from his seat, and you notice he's sporting a peg where his left leg should be.
Oh, how dare you stop talking while I'm trying to get my vape stuff together. Okay, well, we'll set this aside. Almost dropped it. That's why you need a dog. Ask him why he's so See, I don't care about this. The guy's, he's just got issues. He's bored out here. Tell him about the truck.
The old man throws up his hands with a scowl.
Then go fix it.
Yeah, why are people sitting in here if it's closed? No problem.
How should I know? You came in and sat down. Ask them yourself.
The old man grumbles. Melville reluctantly points a crooked finger at the front door.
Go out there and walk over to the gas station. Go down to the basement.
I don't blame you though. If English was not my first language and there was some video game that was completely in English and I had to read it, I don't think I'd want to do it either.
There's an anomaly, a tree. It's glowing. And there are some golden thingies hanging off it. We make special devices from that fruit called anomaly protectors. If one be laying around on the floor, go grab it, then put it in the truck and bug off to... Where was it you was going to? That's where you bug off to.
The blue starts slapping the pockets on his overalls. After a little digging, he pulls out a little key on a shoelace.
Only take the device, you hear? It's company property. I should be charging you myself, as a matter of fact.
Also, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up if you haven't done it yet. I'd highly appreciate it. Okay, he's giving us a key. I got a key now. Key means save, and I'm actually going to go into the options for you so we can see potentially which languages you can play this in. Okay. You get text in English, Rusky, Francais, Mandarin. Mandarin 2. Deutsch. Espanol. And I think that's Mandarin 3. And English. And then the rest of this, I mean, you could, you know, put it in a different language. Might be kind of cool to play through this and... No. I mean, I guess, I don't know. If you don't understand the language, that probably wouldn't be that cool. A handful of earth. Actually, you know what? Let me talk to this guy again, see if I
The
can
old
sell
man sits
something
at
to
the
him.
counter with his head propped in one hand.
No food, no supplies. Coffee is horse shit. Get out of here. Oh, it's you again.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Like how it could be tiring playing through an RPG in a different language. Okay, what junk do I have? What is this? Nah, I'm certainly not getting rid of that if it's gonna let me hack into things. I just need to free up some room. I hate to get rid of cloth because that's usually bandages. Belt item. Yeah, the vocabulary is not crazy in this game. Have I searched this? I think I did. Let me see here. Is there a metal box here I can search? See, I'd like little stuff in the game, like if I want to sit. This is the kind of nonsense I like in games like this. Like it'll actually let you kind of interact with stuff. Drink machine. Walk away. I don't know. I don't find the bartering to be, like, the system to be difficult in this game. By the way, this game, as I should have stated at the beginning, is set in, like, 1971. So basically what happened was... Trap detected. Okay, trap detected means save and do it anyway. Basically, a giant dome formed, and this is set on Earth. And no one knew what it was, but they figured out how to get into the dome, and this whole game takes place inside this giant dome. They don't know what it is. Is it a living organism? Is it some kind of weapon or alien technology? But this is supposed to be an alternative history of, like, the 1970s. Let's see here. Empty beer bottle in the toilet, I'll take it. As you would. Go wash my hands. Alright, I don't know that we even need to be in here. Let's go back outside and let's take a look at the quests. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of quests already. So here's the main quest. I guess it, you know, it keeps the journal of your story. It's like Morrowind. Basement of the gas station from the relics. Get device. Okay, we need to get into the basement of the gas station somehow. Is this the gas? That's the gas station, I think. This is like a diner or something. Yeah, you do have stats somewhere. Action points, hit points, experience. Yeah, so you've got all of these things, and you do have numbers. Oh, stats. So you see here stats. I mean, you can kind of compare it to Fallout a little bit. Charisma would be there. Muscle is probably strength, perception. Let's see what guts is. Constitution, stamina, and overall health. Okay. Brains would be intelligence, obviously. Fortune would be luck. This is an ability to, you know, not take on psi attacks, so you'll be familiar with that from playing Underreal. I haven't really messed with that stuff, though, to level it up. Let me go ahead and save again. I'm interested in looking at everything that isn't just main mission stuff. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Alright. Sounds like a man we need to talk to.
Glad to meet you.
Okay, a man in a dirty blue jumpsuit is sitting on the bench by the gas station. He's holding a cotton pad and balancing a piece of rock on his knee. Still have not had an opportunity to hit that vape pen, but it's coming. The blue moistens the cotton pad with alcohol and rubs it over the stone. Then he squeezes the essence into a metal jar. The jar emits golden light. This dude's into some weird stuff. Yeah, I have played Wasteland and also Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2 is a massive game in terms of install. I had a very slow internet connection when I played that, and it took me a minute just to install that game. I'm actually installing a completely different type of game right now that I think's like 116 gigabytes. It's called Mortal Kombat 11. Once again, me buying a game in a genre that I feel that I don't like and probably won't like, but that's how I discovered Disco Elysium and Divinity and Diablo and a million different games. Lemmings back in the day. Or if you're me, I still play Lemmings. On my Steam Deck, I have an emulator. I play SNES Lemmings. The cotton pad freezes mid-wipe. The blue looks up. You read his badge. Travis Brightman, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. Yeah, Lemmings is a game I'm like, it would be so easy for whoever owns that license to remake that game. Imagine if they remade Lemmings like really well and had all the Lemmings, the like tribes from Lemmings 2 in the game, and said the game cost $10 to $15. I'd buy that game on day one. Oh, you're talking about the 1988 Wasteland. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. The Wastelands that I've played, I guess it was Wasteland 2 and 3, whatever the last two were. Where like you're a ranger and you're going through the desert. Yeah, we need a new Lemmings, though. Anyway, what are we doing? Let me ask him what's wrong with the gas station. Okay, the blue squeezes the pad and sets it aside. You can see he's a little nervous. Brightman shivers as if suddenly chilled. It's like this. There are all kinds of anomalies, and some of them are just horrible. You get me? There are a lot of places and awful things happening to anyone who stumbles across them. The gas station itself isn't that bad, but the basement? Travis looks thoughtfully into the void. There's something there, something like a tree, and it's running out of room. I don't know if I heard a knock or not. Anyway, we'll keep going. If I hear a doorbell, I'm gonna have to go for a second. Soon it'll be too big for the space, mark my words. Sometimes it sheds these smaller relics. They're nothing special, but they do protect you from all kinds of anomalies, which is useful. I found one myself, but the effect has already worn off, and I'm not going back for another. I don't blame that man. This game was actually a crowd-funded game. This is a Kickstarter game that got funded. And I'm glad it did. I wasn't aware of it when it was on Kickstarter. I became aware of this game probably some point last year. This is a relatively new game. I'm going to say this has come out in like the last 3 years. If even going that far back. It's going to come as a shock. I've never played Pathfinder seriously. I played a couple of seconds. I do play Solasta, Crown of the Magister, which is another amazing CRPG from people who play Dungeons and Dragons. They tell me it's like one of the more accurate D&D 5th edition rule video games ever made. And another game, just like Divinity Original Sin and Sin 2, you can play it co-op with other people. There's also a great card game it looks like Slay the Spire. If you look it up, you're going to say, oh, this is a Slay the Spire clone. It's called Across the Obelisk, but you can play it co-op. It's not a Slay the Spire clone. It looks like that. I would say it's more akin to like Darkest Dungeon with a Slay kind of aesthetic. The only thing that's similar about Slay the Spire is you do click on the cards and drag them over the people. Okay, he gestures you to lean in. There's something in the basement, very skeezy someone. Oh, there's someone in the basement, a very skeezy someone. Not alive, but also not dead. Oh, this is not going to be good. Sounds like a ghoul. In one word, a nasty thing. I don't recommend meeting it. Yes, dude, okay. If you have played a lot of Darkest Dungeon, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you play a game called Across the Obelisk. It's on Steam. It's the only game I've been playing every single night. I've been playing with my girlfriend every single night for probably the past month and a half. That's our go-to game. To the point where she doesn't even say, hey, you want to play this game? She just says, you want to boot the game up? And I know what she's talking about. Like, when she gives me that certain wink, I know what she's talking about. And it's not Scrabble. I don't even care what this guy's doing. Ask if there's anything interesting around here.
See ya.
I think that the mission wants us to go into the basement. And take that junk. What's going on back here? That is... I don't want to get too close to this, but I am going to try to do something. I'm going to try to throw a bolt in. Okay, so that does dissipate the anomaly. So I just need to figure out where the basement is. Let me actually head into the building. Oh, here's the basement. Hatch to the basement. Okay. Let me check this supply barrel. Yeah, I play a lot of really good games. I try to tell people about it, and they just don't take my word for it. Yeah, I haven't gamed on console since, like, 2014. I mean, I have friends that have, like, you know, PlayStation or something, and I'll go over there and I'll play, you know, whatever consoles they have, but I'm a PC gamer, And I also, when I play PC, almost exclusively use keyboard and mouse, unless I'm playing, like, if I play a wrestling game or a racing game or something, then I'm going to use a controller. It's nice to see so many people talking in chat, and now your boy is actually gonna re-up for a second, hit this vape pen, and we're gonna see what's going on down here. This vape pen is clogged. By the way, this isn't like tobacco vape, if that's what you're thinking. And it's also not just like pointlessly flavored vape. Think what else it could be. That's what it is. When I go to hit this thing because it's clogged, it's like trying to suck through a straw where there's a knot in it. It basically almost caved my skull in. Okay, let me just check this. One rule of streaming is you always get a text message when you start streaming. If you're using the phone like I am as a second screen. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright, let me put this away. I've got a little kit of paraphernalia here. It looks like if you've watched that Ray movie, I've obviously never done heroin, but like when you see he's got the Ray Charles movie, Ray's got the little kit with the heroin in it, that's what this little kit looks like. But for some reason it smells like weed. Yeah, I get people say that. They're like, that's old. That's from 2010. I'm like, that's I only stopped PC gaming, like I said, in 2013. That's 10 years ago. Here we go. I like this handgun cartridge. Nice. Let me see what else is down here. I got the ladder. Let me go ahead and save just in case. Oh, nice. We're going to get some maybe like a stim pack or something in here. Med kit. So this is basically a stim pack. I'm going to read it. Instant physical regeneration agent developed by Maximon Company. Comes with injector for quick consumption. Sounds a little bit like a stim pack, but be careful as the active ingredient is toxic with potential long-term side effects. Okay, let me go ahead and take it. I don't know why that closed me out. That didn't do much. That works with anomalies. I guess that doesn't work so well with this stuff. Stack of documents. Comic book issue. This will give me plus 20 tech temporarily. Yeah, you have to learn about culture. You have to watch old stuff. You know, consumerism means that you buy a lot of stuff and it's usually new stuff, and you know, there's good old stuff you can buy and indulge in too. It might not be the stuff they're trying to sell you right now or the stuff that people are talking to you about, but there's a lot of great old stuff. I mean, you've got things like The Honeymooners. You've never seen an episode of The Honeymooners. Like, what are you doing? Never seen The Honeymooners? Never watched an episode of In Living Color? You never watched I Love Lucy? You've never seen the movie Psycho? You've never seen the movie Goodfellas? You've never seen the movie Jackie Brown? None of this stuff came out in like the last 10 to 20 years. Jackie Brown, my favorite movie of all time. So this goes into a ventilation shaft. Gonna be real with you, I don't know what to do down here. I'm gonna try something. Damn. Okay, let's go into the vent shaft. Bro, can I just fight you already? Because, oh, this is that tree. Brass apple relic. It's worth $400 or euros or whatever this is, so I'm definitely gonna take that. Yeah, I liked the original Deus Ex game. There was a bad Deus Ex game called like Invisible something. Avoid that. Deus Ex, Human Revolution Deus Ex. Loved that one. The next one was like Mankind Divided, which they improved everything, and I couldn't really get into it. Like, it was too AAA and too much action, and... Let me just respond to this text message. Oh my god. See what I have to put up with? Oh, are we fighting? Okay, I guess we're getting into some combat. As you can see, your boy was not ready. That's a rookie mistake. But we're gonna go with it. I should have been ready with my weapon. Let's go for the barrel. 4 AP left. Take another shot on him. This is not doing much. And he's fine in the poison. As a matter of fact, the poison heals him. He's way too close for that. Damn. I'm just gonna stay on him with this. One more. Alright, can I search this guy? Nothing? All that and you don't give me anything? Can we look at this tree now? Alright, did this bolt actually do anything when I threw it in? No, it just kind of makes that splash up. Okay. Getting a lot of people from Portuguese-speaking countries, I'm noticing now. Just in terms of people I kind of have been talking to. So that was the guy. Okay, so this is the other side of the room. There's an old box there that I'd love to get, but... Let's see if I can sneak through here. Oh, you automatically go through the door? Okay. This is what we need for the car, the anomaly protector. Anything else? Old box. I do want to search that old box, but I don't want to get poisoned doing it. Anything to scan here? Let me see if I can scan this tree. Alright, now let's get out of here, get back to the truck. That's funny. I never really used any of that stuff. Like the pirate site or anything. I do emulate games though, so I've got to go get ISO files and ROMs, but that's as close as I've come, and those are like old things. you know, someone tells me like, hey, there was this great game that was out on Super Nintendo that I never heard of or knew existed, so I'll go back and get that. Or, you know, PlayStation 1 game. Okay, now we do need to search in here because we've done ourselves a disservice. Ammunition box. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Let me just check this. This voicemail. Is this how I do it? I have no idea. Okay. Boom. Try to get back to this stream. Alright. Okay, so there's no reason. Well, there is a ladder here, though. That ladder means there's a way up to the roof, and that might be some kind of secret thing up there. And you stop about right there. Okay. Here we go. This is the reason to come up here. I knew there'd be something. Oh, we got another gun. And it's better than the gun we have. So let me just look at it. No idea how to equip this gun. Unequip. I don't want to unequip it because then I'll be gunless. Yeah, I think that whole AAA thing is, you know, it talks more about how much money a company has as opposed to how good the game's going to be. Let me use one stim pack because my health is kind of low. Oh. See, I like the little ways that things are done in this game. I doubt I can throw a bolt from up here down there. Oh, I can. Can I? That's not where I need it. Nice. Didn't think I was gonna make it out, did you? Took a little damage there, but nothing too serious. Okay, let's, who are these guys? Were they in the parking lot before? It's almost time for me to go eat. What time is it right now? It's 4:19. You know what 4:19 means. Get ready.